Hello, welcome back. And as always, I thank you for taking the time out of your day, your busy day, evening, whatever that looks like for you to join us here. And every so often, as we go through the text of A Course in Miracles, there is a particular passage or a particular section of the text that really illustrates one of the course's foundational ideas. I mean, really dials in on it, hammers on it, if you prefer that terminology, because it does, and really places an emphasis on certain ideas. And this section that we're talking about here today, Chapter 30, Section 3, Beyond All Idols, in the text of A Course in Miracles, is one such section that goes to considerable length to talk about the foundational principle, one of the fundamental principles of this entire course as a thought system, because that is what it is. And that idea is this, that ideas leave not their source. Okay, great. Sounds beautiful. The end, right? Ideas leave not their source. Perfect. We got this, right? Right. Well, it seems like a very simple idea, but let's elaborate on that because we find with these simple ideas that those are the ones that make the most sense to us almost always when we're in the midst of watching a video such as this one, or there's someone talking about it, perhaps explaining it. Maybe you're reading about it or listening to a podcast or something, or maybe even attending a spiritual themed workshop or a retreat or something. And in that context, these simple ideas really make sense to us. And then we get out into real life and discover that we don't want to have anything to do with that simple idea at all because our natural tendency, our habitual tendency, is to complicate life, isn't it? We make things way more complicated than they need to be. And we do this in so many different ways, and we do it all the time. So, can that be frustrating? Yes, right? Right. I mean, it really can be deeply frustrating to us, but that's what we do. It's the simplest ideas that we're most prone to ignore, also. I mean, that doesn't sound really wonderful to hear, nor should it. Let's be honest. I mean, this is about bringing our darkness to light. So it's about bringing our lazy, self-indulging tendencies to light, our attack thoughts, and all of our secret hidden hates that aren't secret at all. We want them to be, but that's impossible. It's about bringing all of that to the light. So if you hear an idea such as ideas leave not their source, you're not a body, there is no world, ideas like that, foundational ideas of this course, and it makes sense in the context of a spiritual theme discussion, fantastic. Let's have it make sense outside the context of this discussion, which will eventually end. When, who knows? But this pixelated image on your screen's not going to appear to talk forever, is it? Although it certainly could. Anyway, let's take a look at this. And in the section, chapter 30, and it's chapter 30, section 3 of the text, Beyond All Idols. An idol is something specific, it's a limitation. Our will is limitless, which means it's without form. God doesn't do form. The Course puts it slightly more eloquently than that. God knows not form. Yeah, God doesn't do form at all. Mhm. Mhm. Hmm. Yeah. An idol is something that we really, really hanker after and long for and lust after, maybe even that we wish to be true. And we're seeking in something specific, like a body, like prestige, like a job, a piece of clothing or jewelry or something. We're seeking what we're really actually looking for, which can't be found in a piece of jewelry. Can it? It can't be found in a hot, sexy lover for the weekend or the evening. Can it? Certainly not. What we're looking for is a deep sense of belonging, peace, the peace of God. And we can't find that in specific individual objects like bodies because God doesn't even know about them. It doesn't do form. God knows not form. That's the backdrop for what turns out to be a rather lengthy discussion of ideas leave not their source. This means thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. This plays out in a lot of different ways in our daily lives because we run about feeling our guilt, our deep-seated guilt and hatred and fear, and we can't stand it. Naturally, who wants to feel guilty and afraid, hateful, vindictive, full of rage 24/7? I mean, who wants that? Exactly, nobody. Not even people that appear to really get off on it want it. It's intolerable to us. So what do? We project it. We don't like the way we feel. We make it someone else's fault. We attempt to put it off on them. And I'm going to come back to this word attempt. We can't do what we try to do all the time, which is put our own guilt onto somebody else. It's someone else's fault. We blame, we scapegoat, we condemn, we attack. It's the government's fault. It's the regime's fault. For example, it's my ex's fault. It's my boss's fault. Yeah, it's the bureaucracy's fault. It's the weather's fault. Yes, it's the fault of this garment that's coming undone because a thread is pulling out constantly. And for whatever reason, I'm really upset. I mean, that's just an example. This is not, but you get what we're saying here. We try to get these deep-seated, uncomfortable, intolerable feelings away from us. So we attempt to project them. That's what projection is. And we all know perfectly well when someone's projecting. If they're attacking somebody, they're projecting their own guilt. Now, if you're attacking somebody, you're projecting your own guilt. You're attempting to get it outside of your mind. But guess what? Thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. I know. Ideas leave not their source. Thoughts remain in the mind that thought them. Your attack thoughts remain in your mind. You cannot project them on to the government, even though you may try. I know, sobering, isn't it? You know it's true, though. You can't. Thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. Thoughts remain in the mind that thought them. Ideas leave not their source. So, let's use a different example because we try to project and try to put our fear and our guilt onto someone else and make it their fault, and we can't because that thought remains in our mind. That means that when we're scapegoating and blaming, we're blaming ourselves. When we attack our brother, we're not attacking someone else, we're attacking ourselves. Thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. Very Very, very important. And once it begins to sink in for you, which I hope will be today, if it hasn't already, it's powerful. If you've had that experience, you will know full well how powerful it is when you begin to get these things through repetition and practical experience, day to day, moment to moment. How we learn the best. Our experience proves to us. It demonstrates to us that these ideas are true, that indeed thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. Because guess what? Our loving thoughts, our forgiving thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. Forgive your brother. Whom are you forgiving? Yourself. Exactly. So, do you want to condemn or do you want to love? Do you want to forgive? Your forgiving thoughts remain in your mind. You're forgiving yourself. Why? Thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. Ideas leave not their source. All right. You may frequently see that in a lowercase s. Now, let's capitalize it, shall we? Yes. Ideas leave not their source. The thoughts of God remain in the mind that thought them, in God. Here's something that I know you have always known. You don't have to agree. You could choose to actively deny it. As the Son of God, you are the thought of God. God is the creator, the Son of God, i.e., all of us as one, is the created. Thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker were known here in this course as thoughts of God. Really, it's one thought. There's one Son of God. Where is this Son of God? If it, as a thought, remains in the mind of the thinker. If it is an idea, and it certainly is an idea, it remains in its source, capital S. Ideas leave not their source. Where are you? Yeah. Deep down, whether we care to accept this or not, or whether we attack the messenger, which won't do us any good, because why would we attack a weird looking assemblage of electronic dots? The assemblage of electronic dots won't be hurt by internet trolls, will it? Right? We don't have to leap for joy at any of these. However, you might be. That is certainly one of the possible reactions to this, because plenty of people, and perhaps you have had this reaction, have felt a profound, deep sense of relief upon hearing that you've never left the mind of God. You're perfectly at home where you've always been. This isn't you, which you well know. Often people comment that they have a profound sense of relief, of glee and joy upon hearing these ideas, and it could scare you to no end. That's also possible. We can all expect both on the path. And right now, it may be solid resistance for you, which is perfectly normal. It is. It's perfectly normal. We've all experienced it. We'll experience it again. All resistance is of the ego. Pure and simple. Because the Holy Spirit does not resist. Our inner teacher does not oppose. You have no opponent in truth, yet, of course, we run about in the world making them, from our sporting contests to our struggles for a promotion at work to our political elections, where things are completely zero-sum games. Now, reality is not like that, and we all know that. If we did not deep down know that, there's no way that we'd be listening to this dialogue. Not even. I mean, think about it. There's lots of other content out there in the internet world, even on this channel. I mean, this is YouTube. It's huge. You could be watching anything else, yet here you are. I appreciate that, and every single living thing also appreciates that, whether they tell you that or not. And they certainly don't have to. I mean, who doesn't have some friends or family members that think that you're nuts? I mean, I certainly have some that think that I'm a little far gone for studying this weird thing called A Course in Miracles. Whatever. At this moment, it does not appear that everyone's going to jump for joy upon hearing the central teaching of this course that there is no world, which means ideas leave not their source. Same, you're in your source, capital S, one with it as its creation. Thoughts remain in the mind of the thinker. You know, I mean, this isn't something that we can just run out to the store and proclaim, because if we did, people would think we were crazy. I mean, you could still do it anyway, and maybe you have. I don't know. It might be kind of fun. You should get that on video and videotape people's reactions, because that would be funny, wouldn't it? I don't know. Food for thought. Sounds like something that you would see on TikTok or something. Anyway, hopefully this is of some help to you. It's this particular section of the text that really, really talks about it. So it's worth our taking a moment out to do exactly the same. Now, should you have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. This is a very good place to do that. The comment thread here on YouTube. Any questions at all about A Course in Miracles, spirituality? Yeah, I'm happy to do what I can do to answer those and be a resource for you. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, I want to have you do that, please. This is the prompt in the corner of your screen, so please go ahead and click that icon that's been up over there and subscribe and join us. There are several videos that appear each week, and it doesn't make any difference where you are in A Course in Miracles or whether you're a course student at all. You've watched this video nearly to its conclusion for a reason. So there's a reason you're here. You've heard a message, or most likely more than one message, from our inner teacher, the Holy Spirit. You know what that is. So I invite you to go forth, and please feel welcome to ask questions if you've got them. And I will see you all again soon.